When I got hired for this project with the NBA store, buy lids in the Mall of America, we built a game that people could play where they could pick an NBA or WNBA team and battle. So as the motion designer, I needed to make a system that I could use to manage animations across 45 teams. If I made a change in one spot, I didn't want to have to go and make it again in 44 other spots. So in this After Effects tutorial, I want to show you how you can set up a system like this using Essential Graphics. I call it the most important technique because of how much you can do with it. Here are some things that I've built recently using this technique. A sticker book where each time you duplicate, you get a new sticker. A complex animated pattern based on colors and numbers and math. An aura wall that generates a new aura every time. And most important, a slot machine on my toilet. So let's get into it. All right, so we're in After Effects and we're gonna need a main comp that's just gonna kind of hold everything. And then we're gonna also need a comp, I call it the unit. This is what's going to hold all of our assets that we can flip through and change and customize and templatize and whatever. So inside of my unit, I've already loaded in 20 images of various sports teams like Billiard Club. These are royalty free because I don't want to get sued. So you can see these are all just in a stack here. The idea is that we're going to be able to flip through these, tell one to be visible and the rest to be invisible, and we'll build from there. So I'm going to create a new null object, right click, new null object. And then I'm going to also add a slider control to this. So I'm going to search for slider control. I'm using FX Console to search. If you don't have that, you can go to your effects and presets, type in slider control, boom, there it is. Now at this part of the tutorial, a normal tutorial guy would say, well, we should name this slider control and we should name this null object. Not me, I'm a cool tutorial guy. We don't need to do that. So the idea is that as we toggle this number, we're flipping through, telling which layer is on and which layer is off. But this part involves code. I don't know how to code, do you? Probably not. So we're gonna use AI to do it. Get over it. So in Claude, I'm gonna specify I need an After Effects expression that does this. It's applied to the opacity of a stack of layers. We're gonna make sure we skip layer 1, which is the null object. We don't care if that's on or off. And we wanna toggle the opacity on off according to the slider control on this null object, and only one can be visible at a time. We're just speaking in plain language of what we want, and here is our expression. All right, so now to apply this expression, we'll just open up the opacity T of one of our layers, alt click on the stopwatch and paste it in. And we're gonna get an error right away because we didn't name our layer. God, we should have done this. Okay, we're just gonna name this null 12, that's what mine is called, and boom. Now what happens is you can notice this got set to 0% opacity because that is not what the slider is saying. So if we set the slider to 1, now that's going to appear. We'll right click on this opacity, copy expression, and paste it to all of them. And now we can definitely confirm that this is working if we flip through. Boom. Now this is in order based on the number, but we could also have specified, I want this to be random, randomly pick a number in my range if you wanted to go crazy. So next, let's work on the background color. So I'm gonna right click and do a new solid, and we'll just call this background. We're gonna start naming stuff because that really, it kind of came back to bite me. We'll add a fill to this. And then let's slide this to the bottom. And on this fill color, we are going to write another expression. It's the same idea. We're gonna say, depending on what number you are in the list, make it that color. So I actually just sent an image of all of my teams and I just said, pick a hex color. Maybe you'll have your own colors you wanna use. I'm too lazy to manually pick them all. So I'm gonna copy these. And in this chat, I'll just say, give me an expression to apply to the fill color. Use this list of expressions. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it gave us all these instructions. I'm not gonna read them. I'm just gonna copy this and let's again alt click on the color and paste it in. We got an error because our null object, this is like haunting me. Null 12, I should have just done this. They are onto something, these tutorial guys. Okay, now if we flip through, we should get a color for each one. This is great, very good. Now we can keep doing this with whatever property we want. For example, let's say we want some text that changes, and I'll just write team name here, and we want to toggle through a list of team names, or we'll just go back to our little AI intern and say, do this again, but with a list of these 20 team names. And then we'll paste this expression into the source text and make sure that we name this godforsaken layer. Boom. And now as we flip through again, we will have team names. So one thing to keep in mind as we're introducing new layers is that our expressions aren't aware that we've added new layers into this stack. So if we actually take this slider number back down, you'll notice that when we're at 1, there's no image here because we've put a new layer in that is pushing all of these down. So this is no longer layer number 2, it's layer number 3. So one way we can deal with this is we could just go into our expression and we could change when this actually starts, or we could build this into our actual control layer so that we can kind of streamline this more if we add more layers in the future. So before we add a new expression, I'm actually just going to name this control. I am bending the knee, and so that when we get our new expression, it won't break. All right, so let's now duplicate this slider control, and let's call this offset. And then we're just going to go back to our AI guy and just say, write a new expression for this opacity that refers to this slider and uses that to offset the index. And then we'll go ahead and paste this onto the opacity. And I'm getting an error because he named it controls with an S. I cannot win with this guy. Okay, let's delete that S. Now we'll copy this expression, paste it on the other layers. And now what will happen is, let's say we had a bunch more layers in here, like, you have some effect layers or whatever. I'll just duplicate this text. Now we can use this offset to push down when the offset should begin, when it should start counting the layers. So that's a little trick we can use now so to kind of future-proof this. I'm going to actually just set this back to 0, delete all these texts because I don't need them. Let's head back to our main comp, and I'm going to drag in my team layer. Now the goal is, if I duplicate this, it gives me another team. We're going to make a versus screen. So I'll go ahead and duplicate this, and it's not working. That's okay, we can fix it. Head back into our teams, and we want to launch the Essential Graphics panel. Now all we do is we grab our slider control stopwatch here, and we drag this on to the Essential Graphics. Now when we go back to our main comp, we have a new option. If we drop down the essential properties on here, we can flip through the teams. Boom, that's working, that's cool. And so what this means is that if we go into this comp and we make any changes, let's say for example, we pick whip all of our teams to our null, and then on the null, we add a little scale up animation, right? Something really slick like this. Boom, that's cool. Well, if we go back to our main comp, that animation is now applied globally to everything. So we can make these cool changes and we don't have to manage it across all of these different sports team comps. So let's say you had a bunch of these layers and you're thinking, I don't want to have to go through and change each one of these individually. Like, I want them to be in a list or I want them to be random. Well, why don't we just repeat that same kind of process, but out here on the main comp? So we'll make a new null object and we'll call this control. We're learning. And then we're going to add a slider to this and we'll call this seed. And then we'll head back to our guy and we'll just say, give me an expression that randomizes this value 1 through 20. Why 1 through 20? Because we have 20 layers on the unit comp that we can flip through. We don't want it to go to layer 90 if there's nothing there. And we'll, based on a slider control called seed on the control layer, blah, blah, blah. And I can already see that he added the S here, even though I didn't say that. So you really can't count on anyone but yourself. And then we'll go ahead and we will apply this expression. So I'm going to alt click on this slider control property, make sure that I fix this guy's mistake. Billion-dollar company, by the way. Okay, great. Now we're going to right click and copy this expression. And I'm just going to search for, with Command F or in this little search bar, I'm just going to search for slider control. And we will highlight all of these and paste. And now every time we flip this seed, we get a new random generation. And all of them retain our animation in. Boom, do you see the vision now? Do you see what you could do with this? This is a powerful, flexible system, and the only limit here really is whatever you can think of, whatever you can imagine. That's your only limitation. And that's really it. Maybe you can see now why I call this the most important technique in After Effects, because when you can understand how to do this, you can really expand it and apply it to pretty much create anything you want, no matter how complex. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, maybe you even learned something or had some fun. Let me know in the comments if you liked it, and please share with me anything that you make with it. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.